What is up, everybody? It's your Verse TV here today. So we're going to talk about this crazy post that was shared on Twitter. Apparently, a mother, her son account got hacked. Is what I'm getting from this situation right here. And apparently, Sony wouldn't give the account a refund. Even when they had proof that the account was hacked, they wouldn't refund the people right here. Let me actually read it off. But the person who found this out, he says PlayStation has pissed off a mom, and he says he at the PlayStation company. And so this lady has said that my son's account was hacked. You refused to refund his money. The bank did what you wouldn't do, but then you shut down his account. So apparently, she got the money back from the bank. The bank honored the refund, but Sony didn't do it. And the Sony not only did not refund the money, but they shut down his account permanently. After 15 years he has been on PlayStation, he can't access any of his games. Shame on you, I am telling everybody on Twitter. So that is kind of crazy. That when you get hacked, which is not, it's not like it's a thing that's not that, I want to say it's that common to happen, but it's not that rare either to happen. So it can happen to you on these different consoles or whatever. And it's something, and like I don't know why Sony is like acting like this is like a new thing. Like they never heard of people being hacked, especially since they had a big thing back in the PS3 generation when everybody got their information leaked or whatever. That big infamous Sony hack that happened on the PS3 generation where they actually gave out free games like to make people be happy, feel I guess okay about it or whatever. But yeah, her son got his stuff hacked, and then he can't access any games that he had on the system for the 15 years he was with PlayStation. So that could be a lot of games that you just not having access to, which is kind of crazy right there. So like, that makes you really think about this whole digital gaming situation right here, because this could happen to anybody, to be honest. This could happen to anybody. So if you got a lot of digital games and something goes wrong with your account, if they block your account, then you can't access those games anymore, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, this is kind of making me think twice about digital, to be honest. And I'm really reading stories like this, to be honest. So this is kind of wild, but yeah, not a good move from PlayStation, to be honest. It's like, this is terrible, terrible customer support at the end of the day. Like, you block his account because his account was hacked. You don't refund him. It's kind of, PlayStation seems kind of extremely scumbagish from this point of view right here. So yeah, let's see what people got to say about this, because I'll be kind of devastated if this happened to me, to be honest. Like, I'd be really pissed. Like, I probably would never buy a Sony product ever again, to be honest, to be quite honest. If I put 15 years into my system, and it's like, or the systems at this point, because this is like at least two to three generations at this point. Like, no, it's like at least like 2 generations at this point. It's like all that content is just blocked now because they blocked your account. That's kind of wild. So this verse says, to be honest, that can happen to anyone on Xbox as well too. Well, if you contact Xbox, they can help you and refund you. Xbox allows refunds, unlike Sony. Yeah, I haven't heard any crazy story like this on Xbox. So I'm kind of curious. What else do people say to this comment like this? That absolutely will not happen on Xbox. They have built-in refund policies. Yeah, okay. People said that this don't happen on Xbox like that, so apparently this guy is lying. Like, I don't know. I never had no crazy situation like this happen to me, but apparently this just doesn't happen on Xbox. It's mostly like a Sony only thing. Apparently, that is Sony for you. The kid probably didn't have to fulfill the $7 quota, so they clipped him, so he has to buy games again. Okay. Mine was permanently banned because I called a cheater, noob, get good in a game chat, lost access to 200 plus games, and when I appealed to them, they said my account was a severe breach and severe bullying case. Wow. They can ban your account for apparently for bad language or whatever, because so you called him a name and his account got banned. He lost 200 plus games. You can't access those 200 plus games. That's a lot of money being just that's crazy. This person says, if you haven't enabled 2FA, which is, what is that? The 2 verification setup, I believe is what it is, then that is on you. You can still get hacked with 2FA. Sure, it's more difficult, but it's absolutely possible, and you have no idea if they have 2FA or not. Come over to Xbox, ma'am. Yeah, I would kind of suggest that too, to be honest. I don't know if this guy's making a joke, but I would definitely kind of suggest going to Xbox or PC. Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, Sony don't want to refund their if something like that happens, like that never happened to me on any console, but that's kind of crazy. Like they really just are really against refunding their customers. Like wow. Never give PlayStation/Sony your credit card. Always go through the extra steps to buy gift cards. I mean, that does kind of have me concerned now because that is kind of crazy. Like somebody lost that many years of games because they got hacked or something like that. So, and Sony just blocked their account. So that's kind of crazy. So approximately a 20 to 30-year-old dude is having his mom fight his battles for him. He could be a disabled or opponent that thinks everything Sony does is justified, so his mom took it personally. Yeah. PlayStation refund policy is non-existent. Xbox at least has a refund policy, which is easy to understand. PlayStation will ban your account as well, which is kind of crazy. This is why you don't buy games digitally. This is definitely making a strong case of why you don't buy the games digitally, to be honest. Because I'd be pretty pissed off if this happened. After 15 years, the kid didn't learn to turn on 2FA. Does his mom have any idea what the terms of service means? Just like the time Xbox pissed off his whole player base that nobody could access any of their games or use any features on the console because of DRM. Okay, let's just say this did happen where nobody could access any games because I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, if you could set the feature so that you can access your games even offline with Xbox, but let's just say this did happen. At least you were never fully banned. You could never access those games ever again. I think that's a lot worse than what he's trying to say right here, so okay. It's better to join the Xbox consumer-friendly platform. Do a chargeback on Xbox and watch your account go bye-bye. Go ahead, I dare you. Is that true? I don't know. I did that on the Xbox and I removed the game from my library. Sent me an email and I got a phone call from the service department about it. My account is still in good standing with them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this situation goes on Xbox, but somebody says that doesn't happen, so I don't know. No company likes chargebacks, not even Xbox. That's why she was banned. That's why you don't buy digital. Sony's account security is still almost as bad as it was over a decade ago. You know, Sony's slogan is for the players, or did they change it? Yes, it did, but for the payers. It kind of seems like it at this point. Jeez. Yeah, it kind of seems like these people are just blaming the person who got their account hacked. Like, that's kind of weird how these people are just defending Sony at all costs and blaming people who didn't. Let's just say they didn't have two-step verification on. Is it really their fault if they still got it hacked? Like, really? Like, why are you blaming the people who got their stuff hacked? Like, really? I guess we will do anything to defend Sony's honor. It's just kind of cringy at this point. PlayStation for the payers has no customer service or gratitude. There is a reason I jumped back on Xbox this gen and have a PS5 gathering dust. This is a disgusting happen way too often. Shame, PlayStation, shame. Yeah. Sony's customer service is pretty dog-ass at getting anything refunded, related, accomplished. I was one day outside the refund window for a game who had poor servers, and they wouldn't let me refund. They don't stand by any of the products they offer on their store. Yeah, the only thing I really heard about Sony refunding was that Cyberpunk 2077 because those people just en masse complaining about that game performing poorly. So, other than that, I haven't heard too many good stories about Sony's refund policy. So I guess it's like a big eye opener for people who buy digital games on Sony platform. Like this guy says, "Piece of S company, I file a lawsuit." PlayStation rip people off one day at a time. Remember when the amazing Lucas lost his S when PlayStation support wouldn't refund his return or purchase? Yeah, He's still a PlayStation fanboy, so apparently that was like a temporary outburst because he's still a huge hardcore fanboy. But yeah, that is kind of wild. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty much going to conclude it right here. This is just crazy because I never had experience having to refund a game on any of these platforms, to be honest. So I didn't know that they really wouldn't refund a game like that if you bought something. But that is kind of wild. So it's kind of ridiculous. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below. If you had a situation similar to this, or are you just shocked as well that Sony will ban somebody's account because their account got hacked? That you can lose all your digital games that you bought? That's kind of crazy to me, but definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.